Hi friends, how are we all? It's great to be back again with you all. Friends, how many times have you wondered that in our society there are so many myths, there are so many misconceptions, there are so many misunderstandings, and we tend to believe all of them without actually going into any sort of a research on that particular topic. Now, even food does not escape this scenario. There are a lot of stories built around food. So and so food is like this, don't eat it, avoid it, and so on. Without actually going into the scientific reason as to why that thing happens, why that food behaves in that particular manner. Now, one such ingredient that comes to my mind is an ingredient which is recorded. It is documented that 8,000 years back in Peru, that is South America, that particular ingredient was harvested, it was cultivated, it was harvested, and it was eaten. It was cooked. That has been documented 8,000 years back, and from there it spread all over to South America, then North America. From there it came down to Europe. From there it made its way to the subcontinent of India and Australia and so on. Yes friends, I am talking about the red kidney bean or the rajma. Now, the red kidney bean or the rajma has a peculiar story around it, and that story is that do not eat rajma or do not eat red kidney bean because it causes stomach disturbance, it causes bloating, it causes gas, it causes acidity, it causes discomfort and digestive issues. But is that really correct? Or is it because we are not cooking it properly? Well, that is my topic of discussion today. What an experienced educated chef does is that he will take the red kidney beans and he will soak them for the night and cook them in the next morning. That is, he'll soak them at least for about 8 to 10 hours, and then so that the skin softens and the seed softens, and so they will be cooked further on the next morning. But as far as the others are concerned, or maybe because of some organizations, maybe they do not plan their operations well, they do not go for meal planning in advance. So what they do is they take rajma and they will throw it into the cooker. Along with that, they will throw in soda. Net result, it will soften, all right. The skin will also soften, the seed will also soften, but now soda is a gastric disturbant. It disturbs your process of digestion. So it is going to enhance the effect of disturbance, and therefore the bloating comes, therefore the discomfort comes, the gas is there, the acidity is there, and then it's very uncomfortable, you're not able to do anything. So that is the myth, that is a misunderstanding, that is a misconception that we carry forward, that no, rajma, no, don't eat because the stomach problems. Now friends, if you cook the same rajma, the red kidney beans, in a proper manner using organic ingredients, this is not going to happen. Now coming to the cooking part, before I go on to explain the recipe to you all, I'd like to show you this. This rajma is of many types. This is the rajma, principally, wait, I'll keep it here and I'll show it to you all here. Because I have our hotel operations in Jammu and I have our hotel operations in Kashmir. So I keep going to the state and I get these red kidney beans from there. Look at this. This is generally known as the Jammu Rajma, which basically grows in Akhnur. It's extremely good, and this is what I get from there. This is the real one. And I'll show you the size of the beans. You're not going to believe it, but this, dear friend, is the size of the bean. You can have a look. Rajma, friends, is cooked in many ways. There are many recipes to it. but I'll discuss the main four principal ones with you all. The first one, Rajma in Srinagar is cooked with hing and cardamom. So that is one version, curry remaining same, curry or gravy remaining same. The addition is ingredients only. Now when from Kashmir you come down to the region of Jammu, Udhampur and so on, and the central Punjab part, the north part of Punjab and the central part of Punjab, the recipe now undergoes a change. Hing goes out, cardamom goes out. The rest of the recipe remains the same. Now coming up to Himachal, there are adjoining districts to Jammu and Udhampur district, that is Chamba district and Kangra district. Now in Chamba district and Kangra district also there are Dogras. So Dogras are basically present in this total region as I described. Now Dogras in Himachal, they add curd to it, they add a little bit of rice flour, and it is known as Madra, Rajma Madra there. Coming back to Punjab, coming down to Amritsar, Batinda, Patiala, that belt, that is the belt of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, sorry. So Maharaja Ranjit Singh's area, the Rajma, when cooked, the butter or the cream was added, milk was added, so it became Rajma Makhani. So basically that is what Rajma basically comprises of. But in today's world, we cook Rajma in many manners. We cook it in gravy, we cook it in curry, and we cook it with chopped masala also. So this is the Indian part, this is how we do it. Continental part, of course, continental and western and other countries, they cook it with sauces. So that is basically the major difference. Rajma is extremely rich in protein, it is extremely rich in iron, and because it has a very thick skin, the membrane is very thick, or the skin is very thick, and the seed is very fibrous, very rich in protein, is very good for your diet. And this has to be properly softened before we can cook it. So how exactly we are going to do that? The first part is this, that we are going to immerse the Rajma till the next morning for about 8 to 10 hours, after having washed it in running water for about 4 or 5 minutes. That's it. For about 8 to 10 hours. And we are also going to add a little bit of salt to it. As I said, I use natural salt. I will not use synthetic or factory made salt. So natural salt can be any. I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon to it. Along with that, I'm going to add 3 or 4 dried red chili whole to it. That dried red chili whole will bring the color, the blood reddish brownish color to the Rajma after it is cooked. So that is another cracking of the myth, that I'm not going to use any color in it. I'm not going to add any color to it. I'm not going to add soda to it. I'm going to make Rajma with that blood red color as you have already seen, and I'm going to serve it like this. Okay, so how we make it, I'll show it to you tomorrow morning. Cook this, right? Till then, friends, have a nice time. Bye. Friends, this is one very popular combo of North India. And coming to combos, all restaurants, all hotels, all small eateries, everywhere there is some popularity with combos. All regions, all states have their own combos. For example, North India will have Kadi Chawal, for example, that is a very good combo. When you go to Amritsar, it could be Kulcha with the chana, that is another good good combo. When you come to another good combo, there is Rajma and Chawal. So, Rajma and Chawal. And right from Delhi onwards, everywhere you're going to get Rajma Chawal, Rajma Chawal, Rajma Chawal. You find it in Delhi, you find it in Haryana, you find it in Punjab, you find it in J&K, of course, right till Kashmir you'll find Rajma Chawal. So it is that very popular. We start with soaking the Rajma overnight, and rice, because we are going to pair both of them, so rice will be soaked for about 3 to 4 hours. But remember one thing, friends, please wash the Rajma and the rice under running water for about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, so that no dust particle or sand particle remains. And for the Rajma, the trick to get that beautiful red color without adding degi mirch or red artificial red color, use red chili whole and soak them with the Rajma overnight. That is the secret number 1. Now we are going to boil this, and to boil this we are going to use a little bit of pink salt or rock salt. As you remember, I don't use synthetic salt, so I use natural salt. So I will be boiling Rajma with these chilies, with these red chilies and the salt. So let us to start. Remember, this is the first part of the secret. The salt, the Rajma with the chilies, and let's prepare for the boiling. Now I'm going to use this water that I soaked the Rajma in. I'm not going to throw it away. But if you have some digestive problems, a lot of people with digestive problems or gut problems, will throw this water away. But I will not, because it has a lot of nutrients and minerals in it, and I will not like to throw it away. I use them. Same for the rice also. I don't throw away the water in which it has been soaked. That is why I said let's wash them before using, before soaking them. This was the reason, because the color ultimately is going to come from this. Now this is the right stage to adjust the amount of water to the curry that you want. Okay, so if you feel that you require more curry, add some more water now, or vice versa. Now this much done, and let's start with the boiling of this Rajma. Now here lies the trick. You boil the Rajma on full flame till the first whistle, or let us say around 10 minutes. After 10 minutes have passed, then you reduce the flame to almost to sim, that is to the lowest, and let the Rajma boil till another 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, switch off the flame, and let me show you how they look now. And you see that lovely color. I'm just letting the steam escape a bit, otherwise it can be a little serious also. So that is almost done. The steam is gone, and yes, the steam is gone. I'm still taking a precaution, but yes, now we can open it. So there we are. Have a look at the color. Isn't this the color that we want? Not yet. It is a little brownish, but wait till I add the rest of the ingredients into it, and it will completely turn blood red in color, as you saw in the pictures earlier. But still now, even now, look at the color, and the Rajma has gone soft. This is the secret of the whole, this is the secret of cooking of Rajma. Now, for the masala, we need 2 tomatoes, 4 onions, 1 stick of ginger, garlic, 3 chilies, and medium as to whatever you want. You can use desi ghee, you can use mustard, you can use oil of your choice. For my choice, because it is Punjabi, I am using desi ghee. So this is the second part of the story of the color, that tomatoes, if you see 2 large tomatoes, onions approximately same size 4, ginger, garlic and green chilies will give a beautiful red color, and I'm going to show you this. So what we are going to do is we are going to chop all these. We are going to chop the garlic, we are going to chop the ginger, we are going to chop the onions, we are going to chop the tomato, and we are going to chop the green chilies. We are going to chop them very fine, and then we are going to make a puree of them. Mix all of them together. We'll make a puree, and in that puree we are going to cook that puree with spices, which I'll just explain to you all. And now for the spices. The first one is garam masala. This is my own recipe, a rather hot one I would say, 1 tablespoon. And pink salt or rock salt, again 1 tablespoon or as per as your taste. And followed by red chili or paprika. It is very tikha, so half tablespoon or a little more than half, and also according to your taste. Coriander powder 1 tablespoon, followed by turmeric, which is again 1 tablespoon. Last but not the least, cumin, that is 1 tablespoon again. Now all the spices gone in this and the puree inside, and we started cooking it already. Now this takes a little process. It is going to take a little process. It will take a little while before it cooks, but we cook this on slow heat, not on high heat. Rajma is such a dish that is always cooked on slow heat. There, I've slightly reheated the rajma again, and here our masala is done. Look, this is how it should be. It has all, and this is the stage when it starts to leave the oil. But I have only used that much, the ghee. I've used only that much of ghee that is absolutely necessary and not beyond that. So after this, now when it is done now, and now we will combine the rajma and the masala. Once done, what uninvited guests already? Looks like the whole city has come to know that I am making rajma today. Anyway, let's mix this. We combine it and make sure that there are no lumps or anything, and let it combine. And time, look, isn't that the color that we want? So let's reheat again for a couple of minutes so that the masala combines well with the rajma and the flavors of the spices cross over to the rajma and the curry. So stir well. Just for a little time, and stir well, let it heat, and that's it. It's done. Well, that's it. That's the color of the rajma that we saw in the at the start of the video. Well, here you are, combined with rice, combined with tomato, or let's say tomato, green chilies and onion. That's basic green salad. And if you want a little bit of lemon also, though not required. So isn't this the color of the rajma that we were looking for? Well, yes. So this is the secret to the rajma, as to how you get this beautiful blood red color without adding any artificial color, without adding any paprika, degi mirch, without adding any soda, or without adding any baking powder. Nothing artificial, no extra ingredient is required. And look at this beautiful color, and ravishing, isn't it? Just feel like picking up the plate and start with the hogging, isn't it? I think if I want it, you will also want it. So friends, how did you like the process of cooking? Using minimum organic ingredients, yet achieving the same color, the same softness, and no gas, no acidity, no bloating, no discomfort, no distensions, anything. Please do try the recipe, and then tell me in the comments how the rajma came out. And till we meet with another recipe. It's thanks and bye from Chef Raj. Happy cooking, healthy cooking, stay healthy, spread the word.